Good evening. Oh, it's a little bit after 7 p.m., I believe. There is no way I'm going to make this today unless I just grab my glue, glop it together, and call it done, which I don't want to do because of time constraints and, like Matthew at Model Car Videos, my own procrastination. I'm not going to make it. It was a little combination of everything. I was hoping to have more time. It's one of those things, when I had the time, I didn't have the gumption to do it. And when I had the gumption to go at it, I didn't have the time. And now I got the gumption, but I'm running out of time and I'm getting tired. And so it will probably be done next couple days. And oh well, what's a few days late? But anyhow, Deuce, get down. I just want to show you what I did get. I got the frame pretty much all done. I got the wheels. Come on. Let's get the light on it. Come on, focus. Why don't you want to focus? It's probably too much in the picture. Got the rotors in behind there. Painted them with the Revell chrome. Painted the calipers black. Everything's pretty much black. I got to touch that up a little bit. Now, the engine is basically glued to the tie rod. Yeah, okay. I didn't really have the time to do everything. It fits in the engine bay, but the Deuce, come on, get down for now. The problem is and was and will be, I could have made some motor mounts and raised it up, but as it is, the transmission tunnel is riding, I mean, right on the transmission. It doesn't restrict the body from sitting down, but if I make motor mounts to get it off the tie rod, then it will. I had to, I don't know how well this is all going to show. I had to make a new cross member here because with the new tranny that came with this Boss 302, the drive shaft was at another angle. And with the new rear end, it was at another angle. So I fabbed that up. You know, I've still got I'm going to add some shocks, over coilovers going from there to there. Come on, focus. Oh, this thing just does not want to focus here properly. Probably too much clutter on my table. It's seeing these lines from my cutting mat and going crazy. So anyhow, yeah, that's it. I want to get some, make some little mount my fingers. I don't know where to put them now. There we go. So I got some coilovers to go there, make that look a little more realistic. The front end you can't really see because of the way the rotors are and the way the spindles are, but the wheels are mounted to square tube. I basically cut the factory spindles off, filed the underside of the control arms flat, and glued some square tube as axle mounts. You can't see it at all, so it's not a big deal. There's the engine and the air intake tube. It does all fit, so that's cool. I got the radiator, made it look like an aluminum one. Got a couple. It's going to be close to the front of the engine. These fans, I'm going to have to tack them in place with some white glue and see if it'll fit with them on this side of the radiator. They should, they may not. I may put them diagonally. I think I got to put them diagonally on this side of the radiator. I don't think they'll fit next to each other. Or they'll fit next to each other on this side. I already put them into the body, held them up in there. And I have to take a little bit off the bottom here because I had to push the frame forward. And this was sitting on the cross member. So it was too high. So I took just a little bottom off there. No big deal. So I may put the fans on the front because I already test fit that and the grill won't hit it. So I'm going to see what looks better and what works better once I get to that point. Here's the body. It's painted Tamiya pure orange. They have bright orange and pure orange. It's going to need a little, it's got some 1K clear all over it, but it's only about, right now, I'd say about 27 hours dry. I wanted to get this painted at least like Friday morning at the latest. Very, very latest, but I really wanted to get it painted like Wednesday morning, so I have, the whole rest of the week to dry while I do everything else. Well, I didn't paint it till yesterday, so I don't want to have to stay down, push too hard on the body. I mean, it's fairly hardened by now, but not enough to, if I have to do any pressing, or, if I want to like scuff it and rub it out, it's just too fresh to do that. So I'm going to give it a few more days before I try to do that. The seat is an aftermarket. I think it's VCG resins. I masked it off. I got to touch up a little bit of paint in there, put some black wash in there. But I gave it a two-tone. The interior is going to be all orange and black. The whole theme of this ride is orange and black. It's basically the Great Pumpkin is what it is. Or Pumpkinhead. You can call it all kinds of different names, I guess. But, yeah, the seat will get glued in there. And the floor. Now, I can't use the door panels on this. This is the original kit from like 77, 78. So, the door panels won't work because the base is shaped differently than the newer version. So I'm just going to paint the whole interior wall black. I might do a little bit of trim just to bring it out a little bit. The dash. Where's my dash? Here's the dash. Now that's not a decal. That's one of those photo reduced ones I bought on eBay. It wasn't as big as the opening. So I just took some black Sharpie and filled it in around there. And put a little bit of black wash in the seams. But it's going to have an orange dash, black floor, black door panels, black headliner. I might put a little console of some kind in there, and there might be some other orange. But overall, so far I'm pleased. Let's get down here a little bit. I think it looks a little... this camera mount sucks. Oh my God. I got to get a real camera. But like I say, it needs a quick scuffing and some wet sanding to look the way I want it to. But that's what we got. That's what we have so far. And you can see the engine there, but you won't see it once the radiator's in there. And I blackened the grill. That little separate emblem, which is a real bear to glue on there, I painted that orange. I got rid of the pegs on the back of the headlight lenses the best I could. And then I Molotoled it. Then where the hole was, I took one of those little amber marker lights that come with the AMT big rigs, the little tiny little ones, and I shaved them down, and I basically pushed them into the hole until they were flush with the bowl, of the reflector. And then I just put more Molotov over top of that. Those got to get the amber color yet. The Molotov is still kind of setting up, so I'm going to put the amber over top of that. And I may blacken that back wall rather than leave it orange, at least maybe where the openings are. And then you're going to see the radiator, and if I put the fans on this side, well, you'll see the fans. So there's that. And yeah, just the other view here. Yeah. The tonneau cover, as what has happened before with me, when it comes to, well, that's loose as hell. No wonder this camera arm won't stay the way it is. Anyhow, the tonneau cover. In the past, I've noticed sheet plastic sometimes warps when you paint it. It'll start lifting. Well, it's kind of waved to it now, so I'm going to... That's another reason I want the paint to set up real good. I'm going to mask it off, and the tonneau cover will get painted flat black. So it looks like a canvas cover, and therefore that's why it's got wrinkles. I don't want it to look like a fiberglass cover that got wrinkles. But, yeah, I got the all the hardware for the truck. The taillight mounts, the mirrors, they're all painted black. The mirrors, I got to put some Molotov or some bare metal on the mirror surface. The tail lights, I'll probably use the stock tail lights, but they're going to be black with the red lenses. Or I may make something. I haven't decided that yet. Haven't decided for sure whether I'm using the rear bumper or not. Oh, and I also, before I forget, I got to modify the side window. I got to remove this. So that usually involves scribing it several times, and they usually just snap clean off. I got extra windows if I do break it. Actually, I actually broke the one vent window. I was, smoothing the firewall. That's what I was doing. As you can see, I just glued a piece of sheet plastic to smooth it over. Didn't blend it as well as I wanted, but that's another thing. That's all going to be satin black in there. The most of the engine bay and the core support. But anyhow, I was pressing it to glue it down, and instead of holding the back of the cab, I held the damn vent thing and I snapped the one off, and it flew off. I can't find it. I'm like, okay, I can repair it, or you know what? A lot of the real trucks, they do away with the vent windows and they go with the one-piece glass. So I'm like, you know what? This is getting one-piece glass. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. But it's basically, I basically almost made it. I got further than some of you guys, I guess, because I seen somebody has his like pretty much in primer and not even assembled. So I don't feel too bad. I think I did pretty damn good. I should have dedicated more time to it. I got other group builds to finish up on here, and plus a bunch of personal builds. But that's what it looks like so far. I'll post it when it's totally done. I'm gonna do black around the windows, and the wipers will probably be black, and I'll probably put some wash in the vents there and the door seams and all that, and I might put some kind of decals on it. I don't know. Something small and subtle if I do. Haven't decided yet, but that's what I got for now. Overall I'm happy with it. It could have been better. I didn't really plan on half of what I did. It was more or less I did it by the skin of my teeth. Just kind of guessed at it as I went. I did mods I didn't need to do, and I didn't do mods I should have done. Basically is what it is. I was like, you don't discover stuff until you start doing it. Like every mod you make sometimes requires another mod, like that cross member underneath. Since I relocated and used a whole different axle and a different transmission and engine, well, that changed everything. So I got to fab up an exhaust, which shouldn't be too bad. There's plenty of room where those headers are. I just got to see if I have anything here that's already pre-made that's just needs painted and glued on, or if I got to bend some stuff and make it. But I don't want to do that until the body's 100% cured, so I can have the chassis attached, have it upside down, and experiment. Right now, I don't want to lay it on a cloth even, and push on the chassis and all that, and have it mar the finish. Because like I said, it's only 27 hours or so dry, and the paint and the clear, I did it all in one day. I didn't let it really flash over real well, so I want to let it cure out, and when it stops smelling, I can still smell it. Mitzi, but overall, I think it's a pretty badass little truck. So hey, thanks for letting me participate in that, and I hope one day I get to pick the choice. I'm not sure what I would go with. So hey, that's a question for you. If you get to pick next year's USACC build, do you know what it is yet or not? For me, I can tell you this much. If my name got drawn, because we've done a Ford twice, and we've done one Mopar, and we've done two 124 scales, and one 125th. I didn't do the first one. I wasn't a content creator, or I had just become one, or I didn't know about the group build till afterwards, something like that. But since then, I'll join these builds. Anyhow, what would I do? Well, since we did those already, I'd probably do something in a GM realm. Not necessarily Chevy, but probably. And I would try to stick to 125th. But I can't promise that because there's a lot of factors to this build. It's supposed to be something that means a lot to you. Well, there's a few that mean to me, but some of them aren't available anymore. They may be available by September, so you never know. So that's a lot of factors to me. Like, okay, is the car, is the kit readily available? Is it a kit that's, affordable for everybody? Because I know not everybody has tons of money to blow on model kits. I wouldn't want to pick something that, oh, great, it's a $40 kit. I want to pick something that's on sale or cheap enough, common enough to find. But, I have a few ideas. So, hey, if I were to be picked, I've got it sort of narrowed down. So, what would you pick? Do you know yet? Just in case. Have any else of you thought about it? But, yeah, but that's my baby. You'll see it in a few more days. But it'll get a few more details. All right, I've babbled off for 16 minutes already. I want to get back to watching some of these other USACC videos on the 55. By the way, I must say that a lot of you guys really wowed me. Wow. I mean, just wow, 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 wow. I mean, some of you guys went all out. I can't believe the one I just watched. Can't remember whose it was. I just backed out of it. I didn't want to have it playing in the background, but it was a dark blue drag version. Holy crap, dude. You took that thing to the next level, and then the next level on top of that level. Some of you guys really wowed me with how much you modified it. So far, I've liked them all. Some, really, really impressed me. So, okay, well, hey, almost 17 minutes. So, talk to you later. I'll update you when it's done. And like I said, I mean, if I pushed it tonight and stayed up to midnight, I could probably have it done and glopped it together, but I don't want to do that. I want to make it right. I want that body cured. So, oh well, I'll present it when it's done. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, and thanks for all the new subscribers I got. Deuce. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Deuce. Bump the camera. Talk to you later, people. Bye-bye.